Alrighty, hello again, this is Trace Majestus, and we're back in Elite Dangerous Odyssey, back to exploring in and around the system that we're going to be colonizing while we wait for system claiming to become open again, which will hopefully happen on the Thursday update. We shall see, but since all we can do right now is explore, let's get in game and get things rolling. Hello, Tacita. Welcome back. Hopefully your jaw is feeling at least marginally better tonight. All right. Let's see. Who's on? Tomcat's on. Mouse is on. Oh, Tomcat's on twice. And Air Chief Jim's on. Okay. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Which way should we go? Let's go to this one. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
I think it's going to be fun to watch and see just how successful the anti-Xeno initiative is at settling the Thargoid home systems. Power to shields.
Routing power to shields.
Power to engines.
Routing power to engines.
They've got 9,000 commanders, so who knows? wow. Bit of a cluster. Bunch of icy planets. Hello, Zoltor. Welcome back. Well, since they didn't re-roll the background sim, it just had to be a visual thing. So of course it was going to come back. No, it's just a visual glitch. Yeah, you see things like that, Zoltor, you'd think you'd go to their bug reporting system and see if it had already been reported.
System scan complete.
Doesn't do you any good to complain on a stream. Getting a ticket in their bug system, however, tends to get a little notice. They don't like bugs. System map. That's a lousy system. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Yeah, and it got resolved, right? See? That's how it works. Oh, I've already been to that one.
Frameshift drive charging.
So one thing, FDev is, since they're no longer under a stockholder system, they're back under private management. They actually care about the player base. So you report a defect, they look at it. If it is an actual defect, they fix it, usually quite quickly. Whatever problem you had was simple. They fixed it. It would be nice of you to attach a nice thank you to them for fixing it so quickly to that defect report. Well, that's true. Oops. Although sometimes they do if it's an important enough CG, but usually CGs are such short things, they just fix it before the next time they do the CG. Or the next time they do a similar CG. Get a little more leeway there. CG only bug obviously has a lower priority than something that affects more general play. And my guess is your system wasn't the only one that had the problem, so whatever problem it happened to be, so of course they fixed it.
System scan complete.
System map. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Now, FDev tends to do things reasonably logically. So, not perfectly logically, but reasonably so.
Frameshift drive charging.
You know, all the MMOs out there, Elite Dangerous has by far has the lowest defect rate. Yeah, very much so. Now, as a software developer, I am very much impressed with their due diligence.
Fuel scooping complete. System scan complete.
You know, like I just said a minute or so ago, of all the MMOs out there, this MMO has the lowest defect rate, and by a long, long way. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
And I do put my money where my mouth is and buy arcs from time to time. Not as often as I'd like to because, well, I don't have the kind of money that I'd like to have to spend on this game, but that is the absolute 100% truth, Tomcat. I have worked for both.
System scan complete.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
I can't really say which I've liked better. I've liked some of the private companies I've worked for, not other ones. And I've liked some of the public companies I've worked for, and not other ones.
3, 2, 1.
I've already got my plan well underway, Ziltor. Thanks to Mr. Mad Hatter. We'll have the
Scooping complete.
first outpost up within probably a day of claiming the system. And I'll start building out from there. I have an actual build plan that I'm going to follow. Oops.
System scan complete.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Yeah, you got to build a couple of smaller stations first to bring the prices down.
Frameshift drive charging.
Basically, they've set it up so that if you follow a logical progression, things get cheaper. If you follow a crazy project plan, your prices go nuts. Yep. So by going for a few small stations first before I hit the big one, or 2 or 3, I bring the overall price per station down. If I went for the big one first, my prices would double up. It's the way they designed the system. I don't know why they designed it that way, but it would have been interesting to go in with a big station first. This isn't a half bad system. And I understand the reasoning actually behind that. That actually makes sense. Because the big station needs infrastructure, otherwise it costs you more. So you got to build the little ones, and then work up to the big system, or the big station. System map. Well, it's not too particularly great a system. It does have a couple of icy rings and a couple of asteroid belts. Workable, but not great. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
And Tomcat, I think what will happen if you build a big one first is the first several stations are going to be insanely expensive, and then the price will come back down.
Frameshift
That's what I'm thinking will happen, but I don't want to be the one testing that.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. System scan complete.
System map. Ooh, that's a lousy system. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
At least lousy for colonization.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping complete. System scan complete.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Well, that's a lousy system. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
No RNG whatsoever, Zoltor. Take a look at that spreadsheet I put the link to the other day. Tells you exactly what the layouts of each station are. You choose your station type, you get exactly that same station every single time.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
There's no RNG whatsoever. No. The services depend on the type, the services you get depend on the type of station you build. Period. End of story. I can, hold on, let me see if I can get to that link. What do I need to do to get to that link? Did I bookmark it? No, I don't think I bookmarked it. Which means I need to pull up Discord. Where's Discord on this computer? All right. Go to there. Colonization. I should pin that post. Visit site. Hey, Mr. Mad Hatter, welcome back. All right, so I got the site up, so let's go to desktop. So, if you take a look here, Coriolis Starport has Coriolis Starport services. So if you build a Coriolis, you get one set of things. If you build an asteroid base, you get another set of things based on this stuff. Ocellus has different things, Orbis, commercial outpost, etc., etc., etc. It says what the layouts are. Where's the layout? Oh, that's interesting. This one could be, an Orbis could be one of two types. Yeah, and that's the way it looks to be working, Tomcat, is you build on no construction point to get a tier 2. You buy tier 2s. This needs 3 tier 2s to get a tier 3. Same with this one. And these need 6 tier 3s. Philip, it has to do with this line and this line. Building type and facility layouts. That's where your services come from. And it looks like actually some of them actually do have options. So the question is whether it's RNG or whether you choose them. Hopefully you choose them. Well, I'm going to go with Tomcat's selection and start with the industrial. Is it the industrial? Let's see. There was one that had more benefits than any of the others and no drawbacks. I think it was the industrial. Or was it commercial? I don't like the commercial because of the -1 there. And other than that, the best output is the commercial. So what I'll be doing, not commercial, industrial. So I'm going to be going for the industrial outpost because that gives me 5 system points. This one technically gives me 6, but I don't like the -1 in security. Actually, this gives me 6. This gives me 5. This gives me 2. This gives me 0. And the other 2 are over here. This one gives me 4, and this one gives me 3. Well, I suppose. I mean, this one does give me an extra point. But on the other hand, this gives me a development level, which I think is going to be more. So I get tech and development level increases due to this one. Yeah, it will. But I think the important things are going to be bringing the tech and development level up to begin with. So I might, since these two do not have a construction point cost, so I'll start with this one first, which will give me tech level and development level. Then I'll go down and I'll do the surface settlements to get me some. Where's my Uzi? What's it there? I'll get some food. I'll get some extraction. And then I'll probably put a commercial outpost and then the orbitals. Anyway, there's lots of stuff that needs to be done. There's lots that's going to fit in this system. So I'm going to be busy for a while. Alrighty. This system is definitely going to keep me busy. No, I'm going to build the industrial to start with. It gives me more points. Same cost, but gives me more points. 2 tier 3 points. Hold on. Let me see what you're looking at here. Same exact ones that we've got between our 2 carriers right now. There's actually absolutely 0 difference between the commercial outpost and the industrial outpost. Well, maybe the industrial outpost has one less ton of something. But that may be a mistype. Yep. And civilian's basically exactly the same thing. And the civilian really doesn't give me very much value here. It gives me 3 positive points and a negative point, which I don't think I want that. That could be Tomcat. I mean, nobody really knows everything about this, and they're going to probably rebalance it a little bit with Thursday's updates. So we'll see how this changes. So my original plan has changed slightly. I've changed from going for a civilian outpost first, which gives me 1 tech level, 1 wealth, and 1 standard of living, to 2 standard of livings and 3 tech levels. So I'll go with the 5 positive points here. At some point after, I will go for a commercial outpost to get this 6 points to up my standard of living and wealth in the system quite a bit. And I've got some surface stuff I need to do. Surface, 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 surface. So since I will have a couple of tier 2 points at this point, I'll go with the agriculture tier 1 or tier 2, which will give me 2 tier 3 points. I will then probably go with a medium extraction followed by a large extraction to get my mining economy going, at which point I'll have 4 tier 3 points. And for the asteroid base, no, I need 3 tier 2 points. I don't need tier 3 points for the asteroid base. Ah! Interesting. All right, so I need to work towards getting 3 tier 2 points. So that I can build the asteroid base, and then I'll go from there to building other stuff. So anyway, that's the sort of the plan. I'll refine it as I go along. Agriculture tier 2. Agriculture tier 2 raises it by 10 on the surface port. What does the orbital farm do? Space form only raises it by 5. So no, I'm gonna use the surface base for that, Philip. It uses up a tier 2, gives me 2 tier 3s and 10 standard of living. This will be real nice. It'll probably be the only agricultural thing I'll have to build in the system to make sure it can feed the whole colony. That takes 1 tier 1. Where's my slider? And I'll get the 1 tier 1 from... So the industrial post will get me a tier 1, which then will get me the... Sorry, it'll get me the tier 2, which will then get me the farm, And then I'll start building. Then I'm going to need 3 points to get the asteroid base. So what I'll do with that is I'll get the commercial outpost, then where's the one security? There's one that adds a ton of security. Then I'll build a security station to get my security up. Ooh, that raises standard of living and development level too. Nice. That needs a tier. Okay, so that will be funded by that. Okay, yeah. I should be writing this down. All right, we'll do that. All right. Let's figure out my build order here. Okay, so first thing we want to build is the industrial outpost. Second thing we would need to build is the Agri Tier 2. Which will make this a lovely system to live in. Then we go and we see the security station needs a tier 2. To get that tier 2, we're going to build a commercial outpost. Which will then give us security installation. And I still need 3 points from here. I can do the government installation later. I don't need that right now. So I will need 3 tier 2s. So then I can build 3 medium extraction settlements. And that will give me the asteroid base. And we'll figure out what we do from there. Yes, I understand they give 2 tier 3 points, Philip, but they cost tier 1s, or tier 2s. And the asteroid base needs 3 tier 2s. Since I need 3 tier 2s, I gotta build 3 different things to get me tier 2s. So if you look at these guys where they give you a tier 3, they cost a tier 2. Ones with no cost give you a tier 2. And since I need 3 tier 2s for that base over there, I gotta build 3 of the medium or small settlements to build up to the point where I can get that. Yes, I have done a little bit of studying on this thing. And then some of these are interesting because they have this line here with requirements for some of the installations. So anyway, so that's a plan for my first 8 things in the system. I know, that's didn't take long to put that plan together. And then after we've got those 8 things, we'll see how much room we've got left for building other stuff. All right, so let's get, where is this? All righty. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Yep, they do. And so it's a basically, it's an exercise in logistics to get all this set up so that you build a system efficiently. If you don't have the prerequisite, one of the problems they were having is, the guy that the built two satellite bases with nothing else. Well, the reason he had all that extra cost was because, I mean, you could still apparently build them, which was actually a bug. You shouldn't have been able to build them without the prerequisites, but without the prerequisites, it was costing far more. That's why the cost was so high. So you've got to build the smaller pieces to afford to bring the costs down on the larger pieces if they still go with that, or you may have to outright, have those other services. We'll see. Not quite sure how they're going to do it fully, but that's kind of the way things look now. All right, maybe I'll go this one. But now I have a relatively firm plan.
Frameshift drive charging.
Up to the point where I get that asteroid base, because that's what I'm really working towards, is the asteroid base. But I'm building the system out in a logical manner to get there. I'll have to see what I put for a starport after that, but that's because after that I'm going to have a bunch of tier 3 points to spend on something.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
So I'll probably punch myself up to having 6 tier 3 points and build a big station. Oops, did that again. Busy talking and not doing what I need to do. System map. Not a great system. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
All right, so let's head back to the Violet Pumpernickel and go turn in our exploration data for the night.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping complete.
So at the point where I've got that asteroid station built, I should have pretty close to enough of the tier 3. I should have, I think, 5 tier 3s, tier 3 points. So I'll be able to do one more and then go for one of the big stations. And one of the, system map. And this is the system I'm building in. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 landable planets to build surface bases on. So I should be able to pack this system with surface bases, which should then allow me to build quite a few starports. It is. Here, but it's cheaper. So the asteroid base requires 3 tier 2s and gives a tier 3. It has costs that are not as well. It's the same. It's similar to the Coriolis, which again is the same 3 tier 2s to give a tier 3. The big two are these guys here, the Oculus and the Orbis. Those are the two big guys. And by the time I get done building this asteroid base, I should have 5 tier 3 points, which will allow me to build one more tier 2 station and then build either an Orbis or a Oculus. Yeah. On the other hand, I'm doing other things to really boost that back up, and I'm using part of doing this. I'll negate that with the Oculus or Orbis, whichever one I decide to go with. I don't see any real difference between the two of them. I'm wondering what the difference between an Apollo and Artemis layout will be. So at some point I'll decide what to do with that. But I'm going for the asteroid base because I want one. But that is a good point. It does drop my standard of living, but it really boosts the development level and the wealth. So I'll have to compensate for that. by other things. Ooh, look at this guy. Huge boost to population. Huge boost to that. Ooh. I may eventually want to build one of those. That would be cool. What that does for the system. 5 tech level, 5 wealth, 6 standard of living, and 10 development levels. Wow. And also, one of the things, the agriculture tier 2 I'm building is going to give me 10 to standard of living. Now, what I'm wondering is when you build these, do you get to choose what your layout is? That would be cool. If I could choose between which one and figure out, which one I want, that would be very nice. That way I get the look of the system I want. I'm sure hoping you get to choose your layout. Oh, cool. All right, so that's going to be interesting. Oops. That will be very interesting. Yeah, some of them don't seem to have any layout options. You get the layout that goes with it, and that's it. Yeah. All right, let's get landed. Yeah, Orbis is Orbis is Orbis. And it may be the different layouts change change the actual cost a little bit. Some probably have more, metal requirements and other things than others. But we'll figure that out when we can get back into that. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Huh, interesting.
Access granted. Proceed to your allocated pad, Commander.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Maybe. It makes sense that the larger layouts would have a higher cost. I mean, that's okay. I don't mind that. It's still a lot of hauling, but that's okay.
Contact confirmed. Commence shutdown. Enjoy your stay with us.
All right, so I kind of know what I want to do for this system when they open it up, and hopefully can actually pull this off. That would be good. Alrighty. In any case, though, it is a work night, so I very much need to leave things here. I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the ride this evening. It was great having you all along, and hopefully I don't forget anybody tonight. Let's see. In the stream chat, we have Tacita, Zoltor, Tomcat, Mr. Mad Hatter, and that looks to be everybody. Don't think I missed anybody tonight. That's a good thing. Alrighty, so we're out of time. Gonna leave things here. Pick it up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Toris Majestus, signing out.